Last fall, I had a young couple come into my office for anger issues. Emily said Jake had an anger problem, and Jake said Emily had the anger problem. But they were perfect for each other. Perfect in the sense that they were both stubborn mules and couldn't agree on anything. Their fights could make reality TV look like a meditation retreat. They argued about the best way to make a sandwich. Yes, a sandwich. Emily said the peanut butter should go on top, while Jake said it had to be on the bottom. It just wasn't a disagreement, it was a battle of wills, a clash of titans over lunch. But sandwiches were not the only thing. They argued about the correct way to load a dishwasher. Emily insisted that the utensils should be facing up. Jake was adamant that they should be facing down. And of course, that other great debate about whether the temperature in the house. Emily liked it cool at 68 degrees, while Jake liked it at 75. These disagreements weren't just trivial, they were full of scale battles. Each one seemed to be worse than the last one they told me about. As a nurse, a hypnotherapist, and a speaker, I took those three disagreements and I made them into a speech. I didn't change the words. I tried to appropriately use the volume that they used, but all it seemed to do is make them point fingers at one another. But then suddenly they paused. They looked at each other and they burst out laughing. Suddenly, I'm not exactly sure why, they realized how ridiculous they both looked. They hugged in my office and suddenly, love that had been blocked by stubbornness seemed to flow now more freely. It seemed to transform the relationship. But I believe the change didn't come because of me. It came because of them. See, love is a vibration. If you just let it go, it can flow easily between people. But when love meets resistance, in the form of selfishness, fear, anger, it becomes impeded or erratic, like a stream hits a narrow opening. When you block receiving love, you're losing an opportunity to be nourished. So how do you let your love flow in your life? First, you need to recognize the barriers that you've erected. Are you holding on to fear, selfishness, or a need to control? Letting go of these barriers can be difficult, but it's necessary for love to flourish. The author Maya Angelou once said, "Love recognizes no barriers. It jumps hurdles, leaps fences, penetrates walls to arrive at its destination." Full of hope. So think about your life. Are there areas where love is being blocked? How can you remove your obstacles and let love flow more freely? It might be a simple act of kindness, an apology, or even a moment of vulnerability. Emily and Jake, they found love and laughter in their vulnerability. You can learn from their example. So here's a call to action for you. Take a moment to identify what barrier in your life that stops love from flowing. It could be a grudge you're holding, a fear that you need to face, or a need to control that stifling that you do in your relationship. I have learned, just let it go. Let it go. And see how love transforms your life. Isn't it amazing how something as simple as a sandwich argument can teach us about the power of love? It's all about perspective and the willingness to just let go of your barriers. Spread your love like peanut butter. Let it flow like jelly. And watch your life become the most delicious sandwich of all time. Remember, let love flow. Break barriers. Love transforms. Embrace your vulnerability for you to be a success.